Rong Rong straight up locks the door behind them, but the moment he turns around, his face goes completely white. There's 10 huge dudes in the room, all staring with these dark looks on their faces, and each one's got a massive duffel bag at their feet. Who the hell are you? One of the fugitives stands up, voice ice cold. What the? Boss, it's all a misunderstanding. Didn't you guys order the service? We just came to ask how the service was. You having a good time? You twitch, jump up, and straight up slap him across the face. Gritting your teeth, you snap. A honey trap, huh? Want money, huh? You didn't even check how many people I got before trying this. While everyone's standing there dumbfounded, you kick open a duffel bag. Stacks and stacks of cash spill onto the floor. Both groups freeze up. Rong Rong nudges the guy next to her, batting her fake lashes. Message received. You dare hit someone? Got a death wish? They catch on quick. Especially seeing all that cash, they lose their minds instantly. Yelling, they charge. The whole room erupts into chaos. The honey trap crew sees all that cash and decides they're going all in, hoping to score big. Meanwhile, the other gang. You realize you've been exposed and gotta deal with them ASAP. Then get the hell out. Everyone starts brawling in the room. Quick as lightning. You crawl along the bed toward the door. When you pass the bathroom, you lock eyes with the woman. You go up and slap her 3 times, making her cry. Then you stand up and unlock the door. You immediately yell at the top of your lungs, Dongzi, Dongzi, get out here. Soon the door next door opens. The cameraman runs out with his camera. What's going on? What happened to those people? Holy crap, they were scammers. Tried to get money from me like I'd give it. Never mind that. Where's your phone? Call Captain Chen, quick. There's 2 gangs in there. Tell them to bring more people. We can catch like a dozen. Hearing what's going down next door, Dongzi rushes to pull his phone out and dial Captain Chen. He explains the situation crazy fast. Then both of you hold the door shut tight. 5 minutes later, a dozen police cars are parked outside the hotel. The entire force shows up. The livestream viewers are stunned, going, holy crap, this guy, who's supposed to be on a walking around the world show, caught this many fugitives in 2 days. This show's cursed, man. Viewers from everywhere flood into your stream. Walking around the world? More like catching criminals. You hop back into the car, headed to the police station with Dongzi, and once again, it's free mealtime. After the feast, you pat your full belly and let out a satisfied sigh. Captain Chen sends someone to drive you back to the elementary school and tells you the reward this time is 100 grand. In the car, you can't help but say, not having a job really hits different. Right then, you suddenly roll down the window. Quick, 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 stop the car! The officer barely stops before you shove the door open, drag Dongzi out, and bolt across the street while yelling at the stunned officer, follow me, we're about to catch someone! And notify Captain Chen. The officer dials Captain Chen while ditching the car on the side of the road, then runs across the street. Half an hour later, Captain Chen rushes over and sees a wanted criminal squatting by the curb. He turns and pinches himself hard. This is cursed, right? Like seriously cursed. Didn't even get you to the school yet, and you caught another one. Bring him in, and you too. Gas costs money. This car hasn't done anything else since yesterday. What are you standing around for? Get in. Come help us with the case. I'll calculate how much this one's worth when we get back. Captain Chen drags you and the cameraman back into the car. Meanwhile, the fans camping in. The live stream watching you get in the car again don't even know what to say anymore, especially when other contestants hear that last night. In one night, you racked up 100 grand in rewards. Everyone's salty as hell and immediately tries to copy you by catching fugitives. Some poor old lady's about to cross the street, and other contestants think she's a criminal. They wheel her straight to the police station. The show's director can't take the heat anymore, so he calls you up and goes off. Seriously sharp words, warning you not to catch any more criminals. Your safety comes first. Captain Chen personally sees you two out of the car. He hesitates. For a while, then can't help but tell you, just focus on the competition. With what you made this morning, you've probably got enough for the whole 3 years, right? Stop pulling. Stunts like this. With that, Captain Chen drives off. You do some quick math. Caught almost 20 people in one day. If I keep this up, I'll be too embarrassed to show my face at the station. So you decide to actually compete. Walk till sunset, then call it. Finally, you pass the elementary school and reach a park in the suburbs. You decide to grab some stuff from the convenience store and sleep in the park tonight. But then the system warns you, bro, camping here tonight isn't safe. Don't stay long. You're about to drag Dongzi and leave when ripples appear on the lake. An alligator gar comes into view. The system pops up again. Catch it, 5 grand reward. You start thinking about going for the gar, but this thing's a huge, vicious fish. Even with Dongzi, you might not be a match for it. You stare at the thing in the water, lost in thought. Bro, do you have a death wish? Let's not do this. Let's just go. Dongzi keeps nagging, trying to pull you away. After walking for 10 more minutes to Dongzi's complete confusion, you walk into a fishing supply store nearby. You come back to the park carrying tackle, holding a chicken with a bunch of fishing rods. Bro, do you even know how to fish? Dongzi squats beside you, pointing the camera at you, dead serious. I see people go to open spots. You think we'll catch anything hiding in this little corner? Half an hour passes, not a single bite. Nah, this ain't working. Gotta change spots, the feng shui here's off, you mutter, grabbing the rod, and heading to a more open area. Fishing needs feng shui now? Dongzi blinks, totally confused. You scratch your head, find another spot and squat on a rock. Another half hour goes by. Just when you're about to give up and take a sip of lake water, the rod in your hand suddenly jerks violently. Then a huge force hits. You yell and grip the rod with both hands for dear life. 5 grand, my 5 grand! You hold on tight. After a struggle, you finally reel in the alligator gar. Captain Chen arrives with officers and wildlife officials. Captain, Chen just saw your live stream and came straight from the station with a dark look on his face. On his way out, the gate guard joked, "Bet it's